I can't believe another week has gone by and it's Thursday already. Usually I try and jump in on Wednesdays, but it's already even after that. It's crazy. So what I want to share with you today is relationships. I want to talk a little bit about that because it's the most powerful, I think, if anything, that I work with people. Relationships are extremely powerful. I'm going to go through some things about why we have them, how it shapes us, why we keep attracting the same old, same old. So first and foremost, as I say to people, and the work I do with people is the relationship has to be with yourself first. If you can't be in your own company at times and be comfortable with that and be by yourself, then you haven't really connected to who you really are. You're connecting to who you aren't really, and that part is what you aren't is maybe what you don't like about yourself, you don't accept about yourself. You know, when we're by ourselves, when we're in our own noise and in our own space, we can sense who we are or who we are not allowing as ourselves. So it can be quite confronting. And it's something that I believe everybody needs to experience, to be able to be on your own at times, because you may find yourself on your own at times and you want to be able to enjoy your own company. So relationships, okay, first and foremost, you have to have that relationship with yourself in the best way possible if you want to have a wonderful relationship with someone else. Why do we have them? We have relationships with other people because if we don't have them, we wouldn't know who we are. It helps us to form who we are, to formulate who we are. The trick is, though, to get on the truth of who you are, because you can have experiences with people and believe that you can have a negative experience and then you can believe that's a true part of you or a false part of you that isn't actually true. So it is discerning what is true for you and what isn't. For example, if you're in a relationship with somebody and no matter how hard you tried, you just felt like you couldn't love them, that feedback can equate to, oh, I'm unlovable, when actually, no matter how much you're trying to show your love to that person, if they're not letting it in, they're actually not letting love in. They're not lovable. So you really have to discern, is this my stuff? Is this their stuff? And of course, it's all our stuff, because even in that experience, you need to recognize you can only lead a horse so far. There's no point pushing something. So if it's not happening naturally, then you want to say, if there's a lot of effort involved and it's hard work, then you're out of alignment not only with yourself but with the relationship. And relationships should not be hard work. They should not be effort, as you have been programmed to believe. Now, anything and everything is up to you. You can decide how you want the relationship to be. Do you want it to be fun? Do you want it to be playful? Do you want it to be lighthearted, loving, joyful, trusting? What do you want? If you say, oh, relationships are hard work, that's going to become your reality, and that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to work hard at it. So love, when you think about love, love is effortless. Love is effortless. There's nothing that is negative within love. When people say, oh, love hurts. No, it doesn't. That's the absence of love. So people get things confused. Love is love. And sometimes it's hard to describe in words, but it's very powerful, and there is nothing negative within it. Anything that you experience negative from love is not love. It's outside of love, or the absence of love. So get clear about that first. Okay, so the most important relationship, as I said, is with yourself. Now I want to move on to those relationships. So, some of you may have experienced this and some of you may have not, but I certainly have. I've had some of those relationships where, the experience has been quite negative at the time. But looking back, it was the best thing for me because it caused me to grow and become who I am. It was a great learning curve, especially at a very young age. So those relationships are powerful. Do not underestimate them. Okay. And they form us. So you will decide from that what you will put up with and what you will not put up with. Yes, that is my dog scratching at the door. I'm not letting her in because she sometimes runs around and barks and it's very distracting. So I'm just ignoring her at the moment. So they form us. We either accept or reject. So you're either going to accept certain things in a relationship that you like. You'll even accept things that you don't like and take that on. Or you'll do the opposite. You'll reject the stuff you don't like and decide, this is not for me. I deserve better. And that's actually where you want to be. You want to learn from it because relationships are teaching us about what we will put up with, what we value about ourselves, what we value within the relationship. There's so much to learn about yourself in a relationship. And then you've got the relationship as well with the other being. So it's very powerful in the way it causes you to become and causes you how you are being created within yourself. Okay, so moving on, why do I keep attracting the same crappy guy or crappy girl? So if you're seeing a pattern in life where you just keep getting very much of the same, or it's a little bit different but it's still the same pattern, you want to look at, why do I keep attracting that? Now there's several things going on there. You have not decided, yes, I do want better, and then held off and then adjusted to that within yourself and allowed yourself to give yourself the time to really feel into that and feel you are worthy of goodness. You are worthy of a good or great relationship. If you don't give yourself some time, you're literally going to go from the frying pan into the fire, okay? And you'll see it with patterns. Sometimes it's very unconscious to people. They're not aware. I just keep attracting the same old crappy guy or the same old crappy girl. And then their belief system becomes, all men are da, 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 or all women are da, 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 whatever name calling you want to give that. And that's not the truth of what you could be experiencing. That has been a truth for you, okay? So just be mindful of that. What is this experience teaching me? What can I reach for within me? What is this person showing me that I need to actually reach for? Because unless you do that, you know, it's like women, for example, that I've heard, I think the police have said, I've heard it somewhere, women will go back to a man if he's being physically abusive to her about 12 times. It's something in the vicinity of 7 to 12 times. I actually don't know, but it's something there. They will go back before, if they ever do leave, before they leave. Because this sounds screwy, but it's part of their mind programming and what they've experienced, because they feel safe in that. If you took a woman who is experiencing that trauma, whether it's emotional or physical abuse, and you put her in a state where she could be with someone who would value her, that would frighten her because she's not ready for it. Obviously, that doesn't mean you want to stay where you are, but you have to reach within to actually find the respect for yourself and the love for yourself. Because I've sat with people, they've had the really nice guy, and they're like, I don't know what to do with it, or it's boring, or I'm not used to that. I'm not used to someone being kind to me. So, and this is the same for men. So you really you have to do that emotional work. And it's not something that necessarily comes overnight. It comes with time and writing and reaching for that and giving yourself the chance to become your best self, because that's what your soul is. It's your best self all the time, expanding because of you. But you've got to actually start to reach for what you want. If you don't, and you don't, it doesn't mean you have to necessarily go out and get it straight away, but just writing it out. What do I want? Getting clear about that. Okay, so the other thing is some of those patterns can be happening back in our childhood when we're very open, we're very easily influenced, imprinted upon. we are watching what's happening within our family. We are seeing what our parents are doing, even with us, and we are taking that modeling, whether we're doing it consciously or unconsciously. It's there every day. We're seeing it. When again, we're either accepting it or we're rejecting it. So there will be sometimes, you can look back at what was my modeling like of my parents with their relationship. What was my relationship with my parents individually? Was my father loving and kind? Was he really mean and nasty? Do I seek out men who are really loving and kind because I had that? Or do I seek out men that are really mean and nasty because that's all I know? And the same for a man. Am I seeking out a female that is nurturing like my mother was, or am I seeking out a female that is not so nurturing? And so the beauty is everything is changeable. Everything can be changed, okay? So it doesn't matter what you've experienced or what that programming is, you have power always to choose what you want. Now, it doesn't just come straight away. You have to decide upon that. So, beliefs don't come straight away. Beliefs are just thoughts over time, till you believe it. And then it just is. You feel it, you know it, you believe it. So, you don't just believe something straight off the bat. And it's the same for changing your beliefs, changing your way you're thinking and feeling. And it's really looking at what your limiting beliefs are, what is holding you back, and looking at there's the opposite of that available. You can actually have what you want, but you have to desire it. You have to put pen to paper. You have to announce it to yourself. You have to give yourself permission. And this is the power of who you are. Nobody can take that away from you. No one can give it to you either. Like, I'm giving it to you now, but it's up to you to take the reins and run with it. Now, like I say with anything to people, you can't just do this once or twice a week. If you really want to get serious about changing your life, and it can be fun, it doesn't have to be laborious, you can write about this a little bit every day, very small, keep it fun, and stick with it for a minimum of 30 days, even 6 weeks. It's like going to the gym. You need to give time for momentum to kick in, because like this first 7 to 10 days, you're going to notice you start to actually break through and start to create, oh, something is a little bit different there. I might think a little different. I might feel a little different. And then sort of by day 21, when you get past day 21, you're breaking into a new routine. Now, this isn't for everyone. Some people can do it and can break into routines less than 3 weeks. Some people need the 6 weeks. But I would say stick with it minimum 6 weeks and watch the ball get rolling. Watch momentum kick in. You will get clarity. You will feel different. You will think different. And then just keep going from there and keep it fun. But you definitely, with anything, you got to stick with it. You got to stay with it. You got to, I don't want to say put effort in, because it should be effortless. You want to have fun with this. So that's just been some tips from my soul to yours about relationships. And like I say, the most important relationship is the one with yourself. So you've got to stop and go, am I fun to be around? Meaning not just other people, but if you want to be around fun people and you want to have joy in your life, am I fun in my own company? Do I laugh easily? Can I laugh at myself? Do I even laugh? Can I have some joy? Can I play with myself in the sense of the way I think and feel? Because if you can't do that with yourself, how are you going to do that with other people? How are you going to feel around other people? So you've got to get back to yourself more, be more playful, do things that make your heart sing and bring joy, and lighten up with that, and you'll find things will move even more in your direction. So big soul love from me, and bye for now.